Okay, welcome to my podcast, The Growl. I am your host, MythosTheBear, and this is my guest today, Royally.
Hi. Yeah.
Okay. So basically, this podcast is about anything and everything that people might have an opinion on. Most of the time, we're probably going to stick to movie, TV shows, book reviews, and food, things like that. But there will also be regular social media stuff, like what's happening on Facebook and Twitter, different things happening in the world, current events. So, if that's something that you're interested in, you might want to stick around. This is just an introductory podcast, so we're not going to go too in depth with anything. We thought we'd start out pretty light and just review some local food places we went to today. So, we actually went to Federal Way in Washington, and we stopped by a few different places. The first being Tokyo Ya, which is primarily a ramen shop. So, what did you get?
I got the negi ramen, and so it's a spicy soy-based ramen soup. It was really good. This is my second time at that establishment, so I had a lot of different things that I wanted to try.
Yeah. This was my first time, and I went because I had a recommendation to go. I actually ordered the chicken ramen burger, so that was something I was really interested in trying, and I figured the next time I went, I would get some kind of ramen that I didn't have a chance to because obviously I wanted to get a burger. They actually ended up not having any. I'm not sure why. If it's just like the holiday, they ran out, or there's a limited quantity per day. So luckily, I had like 2 or 3 other things I wanted to try since I'd never been there before.
Right.
I ended up getting the shoyu, which was tonkotsu. It's pork, and it had a pork and soy sauce based broth, and it was pretty good. I've never had like real kind of authentic ramen before. I pretty much stick with like cup noodle and stuff because I live in the middle of nowhere and it's really hard to get to places that have good or more authentic kind of Asian cuisine. So I ended up getting that ramen bowl, and it was actually really good. I watch a lot of reviews on YouTube and Facebook Watch and stuff like that. So I kind of know what other people's experiences are. And so of course, I tasted the broth first to see what that was like.
It's good.
I was pleasantly surprised. I had a few other people at the table taste it, and they thought it kind of tasted like chicken. But that was probably the pork bones and grease on top that was kind of messing with their taste buds. It was really good. I've never had shoyu pork before, so it was kind of like little spirals
Chashu.
of pork. Chashu?
Shoyu.
Oh, that was my broth.
Yeah.
So I've never had chashu pork before, and it was really interesting, very soft and light. And they had like the cut in half soft boiled egg, which it all looked really cool. It was a really nice presentation. I actually paid a little bit more in order to get sweet corn in mine because that was an option on their menu, and I'm like, heck yeah, I love corn.
Yeah. And I got some extra chashu pork in mine, as well as some mushrooms, which don't typically come in the negi ramen bowl.
Yeah, hers was very vegetable light, we'll say.
Yeah. I would have liked more stuff to be in there.
But the good thing about this place is it has a really nice atmosphere. They also had a really good size menu. They also offer vegetarian and gluten-free options, which is really important because Mom is a vegetarian. So it would be nice to be able to go out and eat there with her if we're back out that way, which probably will now because that was delicious. It actually wasn't as flavorful as I thought it would be, but once you get the noodles going, like it really clings to the noodles and the flavor of the broth permeates it, so it made it really nice. The bowls though are huge. We both ended up taking half of ours to go home, and
Yeah. It was definitely a lot. I was barely able to finish mine the first time I was there, and this time we had gotten some bubble tea before we went over, so I was already, getting a little bit full there, and definitely kept me from being able to eat as much as I would have liked. But it's nice to have leftovers, and I've had leftover ramen from this place before, and it is still as good, if not better, the next day.
Yeah, so apparently the noodles really hold up, so that's really great if you can't finish your whole bowl. So I think I would recommend Tokyo Ya.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And then also,
really
if
great.
you're not feeling in the mood for soup, but you're with a group of people who are, because ramen is amazing, they also have rice bowls available, and they have a really great selection of different types of appetizers as well as sides.
Yes, they have a gigantic selection of appetizers. They actually have like 1/3 of one side of their menu is all appetizers. They also have, like she said, the noodle bowls. Grand Lethal 16 was there with us, and he had a noodle bowl. So shout out to Grand Lethal 16.
Rice bowl.
Rice bowl. Sorry, I said noodle bowl. I meant rice bowl. So he had a noodle bowl. I keep saying noodles. Those noodles were really good. They're in my brain. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
Are we
so-
part of Kung Fu Panda? You had a dream
Yes.
about noodles?
I had a dream about noodles. Okay. So he had the rice bowl. He had the chicken.
Yes.
Yeah, chicken rice bowl. It comes with pickled radish, which is like the yellow sliced stuff that you sometimes see in Asian cuisine.
Takuan, I think. Is
Yeah,
what they said.
I think it was called takuan. They had it on their menu, so you knew what the name was. That's something that I really like. So of course I made him try it because it came with 2 little pieces on there. But I really like pickled radish, and so I was like, yeah, you can use it in like your kimbap. You can have it with spicy food if you're having kimchi or something like that to kind of cool it down. It's really
Yeah, and it's one of my favorite things in Korean sushi.
Oh yeah, it's great. Like Royally mentioned before, we did stop at the Capitol Mall in Olympia first to get bubble tea.
At Braganza Tea.
It's
It's one of our favorite places for bubble tea.
It has a lot more options than just tea, but if you say bubble tea, people know what you're talking about. So it has, the regular milk tea, it has the milk coffee, it has different kinds of smoothies, it has regular bubbles, different types of jelly. Pretty much anytime that we go by Olympia when we're traveling, or if we stop into Olympia to go to the mall, we have to go there and get bubble tea. Like, I'm not really a big boba fan. I really like their jellies, but today when we went, oh my god, the tapioca pearls were just like the perfect amount of soft. Like they just, a few bites and they just melted in your mouth. It was amazing. They weren't too squishy, they weren't too hard. It was like the perfect bubbles.
And I do have to apologize because throughout this recording, I'm going to be clearing my throat a lot. I am coming down with something, and my throat's really sore, and I feel like there's something stuck in it all the time. So I'm sorry for those of you listening and or watching. It's gonna suck.
That is just unacceptable.
Yeah.
Thanks. I wonder if I can edit that part out.
Yeah.
Or maybe you guys are just gonna have to listen to that blast in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
So after we finished lunch at Tokyo Ya, we went to Barnes & Noble, didn't get any food there. We went, they actually had an H Mart in Federal Way, and I've heard about H Mart. I've always lived in smaller places, so there have never been really any Asian food stores. If there are Asian food stores, you have to travel a long way for it. This wasn't any different, but there was an H Mart, and I've heard about H Mart. I guess it's really popular on the East Coast and like down in Texas. They had openings a couple of years ago, and they have some H Marts here in Washington, and I had no idea. So I found out they had an H Mart. Thanks. So
I had a training in Federal Way back in November, and I found out about the H Mart as well as Tokyo Ya and 85C Bakery. So told MythosTheBear about it, and she was very enthused that we go.
Yes. Actually, all these places that we went to, I looked up beforehand so I could see what their selection was and what I would like to get, things like that. So, still, when you get there, it's just like, oh my god, what should I get? Because everything sounds amazing. So we did go to H Mart, and we weren't planning on getting anything. It was supposed to be like a reconnaissance mission for like the next time we're in town, because we're going to be there in a few weeks. So of course I had to stop and get something.
What was the first thing you picked up?
The first thing I picked up was a bag of spicy tteokbokki chips. So we haven't tried those yet, but I'm super stoked. The next thing that we grabbed was I think it's called seiju, or
I think that's right.
makgeolli or something. It's unfiltered sweet Korean rice wine. And of course, if you watch Asian dramas, you see that all the time. And it's supposed to be a sweeter, less kind of shocking on your palate kind of alcohol. I've never had it before, but I've had soju and I've had sake, so I wanted to give that a try and see if it would be a little bit more mild, because those are really harsh if you don't have a mixer. I don't know how to make kale salads, so
Yeah.
that would be amazing. I tried mixing some sake with the cherry 7-Up, and it was
Terrible.
It tastes like cherry 7-Up. Didn't taste like sake, so I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, we should go.
I'd try that.
Some.
Yeah.
Right. And then we also picked up some podayaki. It's a sweet sesame and rice cracker, which Roy already picked me up a bag a while ago, and I kept those at work and I ate them at my desk, crunching really super loud, but they were sweet and delicious and amazing. And I just had inside the bag, they actually come in little mini packs of 2. So I had like 1 pack every day or 2 until I finished them way too quickly. They're just delicious. And then we walked around forever looking at all the food, the meat, the seafood. They actually had daikon radish kimchi, which is my favorite. So we're kind of like compiling a mental list of what to get next time we're there in a few weeks. Definitely bringing a cooler because we need to cool some shit down. There's a lot of frozen refrigerated stuff that we have to get, and I live like 2.5 hours away, so I need to like stock up, just like when I was in Alaska, gorilla shop it. So the last thing that we got, actually not the last thing because it's only at 50 minutes. We got a bowl of instant jjajangmyeon. I tried making some before several years ago, and it did not turn out because I wasn't watching it closely, and my sauce went wrong, my noodles were overcooked, and so they were soggy as crap, and it did not go well. So I want to kind of see what it's supposed to taste like, because I feel like I would like it, which is why I tried to make it in the first place. You were there.
I barely remember that at all.
That's probably for the best. I swear to God, I'm a good cook. So we picked up some instant jjajangmyeon, and we're going to try that later with like our seiju or whatever it's called. Sorry if I'm mispronouncing stuff or if I'm calling it the wrong name. I don't have my notes. And I disabled the internet, so I would have like really awkward, annoying pop-ups dinging at me to check my computer for viruses or anything. So then when I was in line, I was with Laura's cat. She was there, and we noticed that they had something I've never seen before, pomegranate flavored Trident gum. So that's
I saw that in the house, but I was wondering where it came from.
That's where we got H Mart. Go to H Mart. So that was really exciting because we were like pomegranate flavored stuff. Laura's cat is really picky about her food, it was amazing that she went to get food with us and that she likes pomegranates, so that's great. She just had gyoza when we went because she wanted to get soup dumplings later, which is also another recent addition to her edible arrangements.
It's not.
Yes, or not
made from
soup
fruit.
dumplings. Edible arrangements would probably do a lot better if they sold soup dumplings.
Maybe. They should also expand their base because you definitely can't get that where I live, and I'm pretty sure you can't get it here.
Nope, you can't get it here. Nope, it's nearest is I think Union Gap, and they don't deliver all the way out here, so
Okay.
that'd be nice. Yeah, so that's what we did, and then we, after all this, we went to the 85 degrees Celsius bakery, which is actually right next to Kyoya, and got all of the things. All of the things. I got a coffee bun, I think it was an espresso bun, I got a coffee cream bun, I got a milk tea bun, I got, Lars Cat got a chocolate cream cheese bun, which actually had like a kind of chocolatey cream cheese filling. We actually tried it right before we came over here. She was done eating her soup dumplings and wanted dessert. So it was like this really big, like dark chocolate looking bun, and it was super like spongy. Like even after hours of being in the car to get back here, we took it out of the bag, and it was still like
Nice and soft, but
springy
not like
to the
wet.
touch. It was amazing until you go to bite into it and just sinks and like.
We were a little disappointed at first because we didn't know what was filled. So the bun itself doesn't really have that much flavor.
I thought it literally tasted like a cloud because it was really springy and moist and then dissolved really quickly. So I thought that the chocolate aspect was maybe just the coloring of the bun, and the cream cheese was maybe what made it so soft. But getting like halfway into the bun because it was like huge, she finally got to the chocolate cream cheese filling, which gave it some flavor because, like I said, it literally didn't taste like anything to me.
Pretty much. It had a very light flavor in the actual bun. But the bun itself was really nice.
Yeah. I wouldn't not get it again. I mean, it's eating a big cloud. Why wouldn't you get that? We also got a ham and cheese bun, which I'm assuming that's probably just going to be like a ham and cheese croissant or something. I don't know. That's pretty much what it would look like, but I like ham and cheese, so why not?
Right.
And I think I also got something else. I don't know. We got a lot of stuff, and then we also got this barbecue sausage bread, which we're actually going to try later. And then we also
On the
got
show.
Yes. We also got a black forest cake slice and something called like a chocolate
pearl.
pearl.
And then there's also a royal chocolate pudding or something. So we'll see what the heck these things are and how they
No
taste.
idea. And then, of course, because it was an Asian bakery, we also got some bubble tea. She got a bubble tea, and I actually got the pudding milk tea, which was literally like a tea latte, and then it had like Asian pudding in it, which is kind of like flan. So it was like half the bottom was just flan floating around in there, and I think flan's okay, but actually in that drink, it was like the best thing ever because the pudding was soaking up the tea and gave it some more flavor. Because I think that flan is usually pretty flavorless or kind of bakey. So it was really delicious.
And I actually like my bubble teas a certain way. So the 85 degrees Celsius did have really great tapioca pearls. It was done pretty perfectly. But my favorite way to have bubble tea actually is to have Thai tea with tapioca pearls. And like Mythos said, soaks up the flavor and just makes it so much better. And that's the way I love to have my Thai tea.
I will say that the bubbles there were a little bit more firm than at the other bubble tea place that we went earlier in the day. Baganza. I'm not going to remember any of these names. Jesus. Baganza. So
Braganza.
I don't know. Jesus. I'm wearing a bra and it's Ganza.
Exactly.
Okay. Braganza had really good bubbles and really great tasting tea, and the tapioca pearls at 85 degrees were a little bit harder, but still like in that nice range. So it was just a little bit chewier than the other ones. The thing that we noticed right away though was their milk tea was really milky. Like it had the color of milk tea, but it tasted like milk with a little bit of tea in it. Going back and forth between my pudding tea and her milk tea, I actually started really liking hers a lot more because maybe the flavors were melding together, and hers, because of my pudding, tasted sweeter, and I also really like having a lot of milk in my tea.
It was too much milk for me, for my liking. So I wasn't really a fan of it, but I did like the boba, so that was good. I probably wouldn't get it again, or I would ask for them to be a bit lighter on the milk, but overall it was pretty good.
Yeah, if you like milky tea, then sure, go for it. We haven't tried any of the other foods yet, but I'm really looking forward to it. The last thing that we did was on the way home for Laura's cat, we stopped by Dough Zone in Bellevue at the strip mall and got some soup dumplings. We got the pork soup dumplings and the chicken soup dumplings. Both are really delicious. Previously, I had the pork and crab dumplings, so those soup dumplings were also delicious. I recommend any and all of them. They also have a lot of different options if you do want to go eat there. They have these really great vegetarian fried dumplings that they like fry in hot oil. It's really delicious. And then we came home, and now we're gonna try some food.
Yay! Food.
All right, get some food.
Okay. This is fun.
I'm gonna take a crackly plastic out. Okay, so this is the barbecue sausage bun that we got. It's just like slathered in barbecue sauce, and there's like, you can see a little sausage out the side. That's not very appealing though. That's a weird look. So why don't you take a bite of that and tell us what you think. Okay. Let's see. This is gonna be really awkward. So while she's doing that, I'm gonna kind of explain. When you go into their bakery, it's kind of like a self-serve. So you actually like pick up a tray and some tongs and go through and choose what you want. And then to save a little bit of time while you're waiting in line, you actually get these plastic bags and you bag them yourself. So this one, the bun is a little oversized for the container that it's in. And it was hot and fresh when we bought it. So there was like dripping barbecue sauce off the side, so it got all over the tongs. This is actually the last thing I picked up, so that was good on me. But literally there's sauce on the outside of the bag, sauce on the inside of the bag, so I would definitely be careful when you are getting this kind of stuff. They also had egg tarts and custard tarts, and I am not really a big fan of egg tarts because I think that they're too eggy. I don't like a really strong egg flavor when I'm trying to have a dessert, which is probably one of the reasons I don't like flan too. But they also had custard tarts, and so I was curious to see if a custard tart would be more my speed. But there was a woman in front of us that actually got the entire tray of custard tarts, so we didn't get to try any, so that's going to have to be something that we get the next time that we're there.
Yeah, I definitely recommend going early if you want to make sure that you're getting a specific item, because I think they only put stock out once, maybe twice a day. So unless you're there early-ish, you might not be able to get the thing that you have your eyes on. So as far as this barbecue sausage bun, I think it's really good. Like, the sausage has a good flavor, has a little bit of spice to it, but it's not like hot. And the barbecue sauce is good. The bun is nice and soft with, like, I think a tiny little bit of crunch on the bottom. So I think it's pretty good. I'm usually not really a fan of sausage, and I think it's pretty good. So
I actually do like sausage. I like sausage a lot. I like cooking with sausage and meatballs and stuff like that. So sausage, totally in my wheelhouse. I would have to agree. I think that the dough, like, it's really soft and springy, and the sausage does have a good flavor. Even though this is really cold, this is really good. Mm-hmm. The barbecue sauce that's drizzled on top is spicy, so you're getting kind of that heat, and it's like burning your lips a little bit, but it makes me want to keep eating it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's delicious. I would definitely recommend the barbecue pork bun. But just keep in mind, it's going to be a little messy when you eat it, unless you like chop it up. If you're one of those people that chops up your buns or your food, that's not really my deal.
Yeah.
Let's try another one. What do we got?
Let's see what's in this box.
Box number 1.
We got several things that they ended up having to box up for us there.
And they, like, when you get their baked goods at the front counter that they actually have to get out of the case for you, they put them in cute little boxes, and then they put our whole order into like these giant bags so that they wouldn't get squished. So it was really nice, great customer service, and that's also at the front counter when you're having all your stuff rung up. That's where you do your drink orders and if they have specialty items. Oh, this is the Ferrero Rocher thing.
Yeah. The royal chocolate pudding thing.
So it has like the 85 degrees Celsius logo on it. And on the back, in case you're wondering, it says not edible. Not edible. Do not eat this. It is not edible. I'm going to put that over there because it's not edible. And this is what this looks like. So this is what?
A royal chocolate pudding. So it has some Ferrero Rocher on top, drizzled with, looks like dark chocolate. And then it's on top of a chocolate pudding.
Mm-hmm. It actually looks like it has chocolate sauce all the way around the top, and then it has a lighter, maybe milk chocolate pudding on the bottom. So there's 3 Ferrero Rochers on the top. Looks like maybe chocolate sauces on it.
And I'm gonna try the chocolate on top, which tastes like a dark chocolate pudding. And then underneath, there's the lighter stuff.
I wonder if that's supposed to be a dark chocolate ganache.
No, could be. And the chocolate underneath is actually like a chocolate mousse. Yeah. And I love Ferrero Rocher, so this is delicious.
Yeah, if you're gonna go spend a lot of money on stuff, why not?
And it looks like there's like some cherries down in here.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. So there's a little bit of that in there, if you can see that red stuff.
It's cool. So what do you think?
I think it's pretty good. Although for the price, I would say I'd rather have something else, because this royal chocolate pudding costs $5.40.
Oh, there's also a little bit of chocolate cake directly in the middle. Maybe it's supposed to be like a Black Forest middle?
Who knows? I certainly don't. It's pretty tasty, though.
It's good. I don't know if it really justifies the price. The stuff that's in the bakery cases that they have to get for you costs a lot more. So that's pretty expensive. This was like
$5.40.
$5.40. It's pretty big though, so if you wanted to eat one by yourself, you'd probably get full. If you wanted to share, that would be a good snack or dessert. Oh no.
Okay, next we have the Black Forest cake, which got a little smushed in our box.
They actually packaged it with another dessert that we got, so that's probably why I didn't know about that.
So this is the chocolate pearl. As you can see, it does look kind of like a pearl. It is very shiny and dark and round. So hopefully it tastes as good as it looks.
So if you notice, they actually have their 85 degrees on everything. And again, not edible. So much for that. Okay, so she doesn't like Black Forest cake, or she said she doesn't. I don't know.
I'll try it, but I don't expect to like it.
You're ridiculous. So it's a chocolate cake with, looks like maraschino cherries and a lot of whipped cream. On the sides, it actually has chocolate flakes, big chocolate flakes. What do you think?
I think it's pretty good. I'm kind of wishy-washy on cherries because I had a bad experience when I was younger, but this is actually pretty decent. It's very strong cherry flavor.
Yep, definitely maraschino cherries.
And I just cut into this chocolate pearl, and it looks very similar to the inside of the royal chocolate pudding. So it has this dark kind of ganache on it. And then it has what looks to be chocolate mousse with a little bit of chocolate cake in it. So, yeah, this is pretty good. It looks very nice. But once again, I'd say probably not worth the price tag. I'm pretty sure this one was like $4, something like that.
Yeah, I feel like this pearl is what is this, the royal pudding or something? I feel like it's the exact same thing. It's just this one is in a cup with some Ferrero Rocher on top. And this one is just a dome, because the entire bottom is the cake that you find in the middle of the pudding. And then you have like this pudding or mousse on top. And then you have that dark chocolate ganache. You can definitely tell it's a ganache now because it's peeling off like wallpaper.
Yeah.
I think they taste good. There's not really anything remarkable about them. Like, it tastes like a basic chocolate cake or chocolate pudding. Going back to the Black Forest cake, I thought I would like it a lot more than I did. I think maybe if they had used real cherries, or if maybe they had, I don't know, washed the maraschino cherries to get some of the gel off, it would have tasted fresher or less artificial. And again, kind of like with that chocolate cream cheese bun, the chocolate flavor isn't very strong. It's not a very intense flavor, which is, I would expect kind of a stronger flavor from a chocolate cake. I want it to taste like chocolate. And the whipped topping, it's really good. It's bakery grade. It tastes like, well, where we live, there's pretty much only like Fred Meyer and Safeway, and this tastes like one of the light whipped toppings that you'd get on one of their cakes. So I like it. It's really fluffy and airy, but It does kind of taste more like a frosting than a whipped cream. But that's probably what lets it hold up. They probably put like some gelatin or something in there. Okay. So, I think that's it unless you have something to add.
I think that's it for the taste testing type portion. So 85 degrees Celsius bakery, pretty good. I think some of their dessert items are kind of hit and miss, especially if you're getting something more expensive from that front case where they have to get it for you. But I think a lot of the stuff that you can just pick out yourself is pretty darn good. I liked that barbecue sausage bun.
I would definitely watch out for what you're getting there, though, because they do have the prices listed, so you at least know what you're getting yourself into. But some of the stuff is like $1.50. Some of the stuff in those cases is still $4. So if you care about price, make sure that you're watching, kind of keeping a tally. We got all of this stuff and all of those buns and the milk tea and the pudding and everything, and it was like $41. So you can easily rack up a high bill if you go there. But if there's something that you're like, oh, I really love mousse or pudding or chocolate cake, you could totally go there and get something for you. There's a lot of stuff that we didn't get because I was worried about how much I would be spending. They have a lot of fruit cream cakes, which I love. Cream cakes, they're awesome. I love whipped cream because I don't feel as guilty about eating that as I would like a regular flavored frosting, because those are heavier and have a stronger flavor, and there's other bad stuff in them because you get all the chocolate or the extra cream cheese. But they had a whole bunch of different kinds of cream cakes there.
They also had a bunch of different kinds of buns. Like there were like half almond cakes, pork song buns, and
like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I wanted to get that I just didn't because I was worried about how much we were going to be spending. So next time that we go into town, we're going to have to stop there and get all the stuff we didn't get. It's probably going to be the same amount or more. Oh my god. So I think that's a great ending to our first podcast. So if there is a topic that you'd like to be discussed, go ahead, leave a comment or subscribe, email, whatever. Make sure that you show up for the next one if that's something that you're interested in. And this is Mythos the Bear and Roylee signing off. Bye.
Bye.